I just think it's these guys.
Okay.
You know, they trust in each other, trust in the coaches. They always believe. You know, today so many different guys made plays. I thought, you know, Garrett Swanson punted the heck out of the ball.
Right.
You know, you got Edgerow scoring a touchdown on defense on a kind of a funky play. We've got we got to block a field goal at the end of the game, and we had two offensive linemen that we hadn't practiced ever. Comes over and says, "Coach, we'll get a push. You know, put us in there." And we did. We had some defense linemen that were tired, and Marcel volunteers to come over, and he jumps up and gets it. I mean, that's the kind of team we have is guys that are, you know, just they love each other. And whatever it takes, you know, we'll find a way. And it's special when you get a coach a group like that.
Sure.
You know, it's just really neat because you got to give San Diego State credit. They had a great plan against us, both sides of the ball. You know, special teams wise, executing that squib or whatever kick they had, that pooch kick. I mean, the guy kicked it perfect, and it was just one of those games where we've had a couple of these. It was a heavyweight fight. You know, both teams were you know landing haymakers on each other, and luckily we caught the last one.
On the block, you guys notice like a certain trajectory, certain you know, flight that you felt you can block?
No, you know, when we do our block like that, we try to get as good of a push as we can from our front to reset the line of scrimmage so that the guy who comes behind can jump vertically up, because you can't jump over. If you jump and land on guys, it's a penalty. So if you know, the further back you can reset that line, you can get, you know, that much closer, and then the kicker's got to get it up that much quicker. And luckily, you know, Marcel's 6'6" and long-armed, and you know, he made a great play, and like I said, you know, we had guys pushing to help him have a great play. You know, I run out of adjectives for describing this team. I mean, it's unbelievable.
What's it say about the bunch when Derek had a decent night, but not a huge night to
Well,
win?
and that's just it. You know, he struggled. Our offense struggled in the first half.
Right.
And again, you got to give San Diego State credit. Okay. I mean, they did some things differently, and I thought they were really aggressive with their coverage.
Mm-hmm.
The officials were letting them play physical, and I'm a defense guy. I respect that.
Sure.
Yeah. And it took us a while to adjust to that, but once we did, you know, nobody lost faith. Nobody pushes the panic button.
Okay.
You know, Derek got into a rhythm there in the second half, and we've got some really good playmakers. You know, between Devontae and Isaiah, and shoot, to me, the play of the game was we're in overtime. I mean, there's a lot of them, but we're in overtime, and it's 1st and 25 because we get the penalty, and Martez Waller on a check down makes a guy miss. He really had a heck of a game. Last Saturday we didn't think he was going to play this week, and really is coming into his own.
Coach, Duran is helped off late in the game, is back out there and makes the play. Was there ever any question that he wouldn't be on the field at that point?
Yeah, I had a question because when they first brought him over, he was limping, and I talked to Tony Hill, our trainer, and he said he thought he heard something pop, and you know, I'm thinking, okay, we already lost LJ. You know, we're going to have to, you know, have somebody else step up. But right during the timeout before overtime, Tony came up and says, he's okay. And I kind of looked at him like, what are you talking about? I thought he was dead. And no, he's going to be fine. I thought, okay, great, let's go. So, I mean, he's such a competitor, and yeah, even if he's, you know, dinged up a little, he's going to find a way to get out there.
What were those adjustments you guys made offensively, or was it just a matter of winning those one-on-ones on the outside?
A little of both. You know, we decided to pick the tempo up. You know, they were doing a good job of disguising what they were doing, coverage-wise and pressure-wise. And we got into some plays that didn't matter. You know, early on, Derek was trying to get into perfect protection, and we like doing that, you know, to give him time. If you change the tempo on a team, now they don't have the chance to do all that disguising and bluffing. So I think that was a big thing. You know, Dave and our guys, they've seen a lot of different things, and it just took a little bit to get everybody settled on what they were doing and, you know, how to attack it.
You had to feel at least kind of comfortable, huh, after Edgerow scores and you guys go up 28-14, or?
I'm never comfortable with this group. I mean, it's the way it is. You know, we give up a big kickoff return, and we got to get that fixed. We got some major issues there that we're going to have to address again. But you know, we found a way to, you know, somehow get it to overtime and win it there. So you know, one of these days we may get burned, you know, playing these things that close. But for right now, I'm just you know, really happy that our guys have that, you know, resolve to find ways to win.
And how many timeouts did you burn before the field goal attempt at the end?
Well, we called one earlier, and I wasn't sure what they were trying to do, whether they were going to just bleed it down like they did, or what. And you know, we're thinking, well, maybe we try to get it to where if there's some time left on the clock, but we only had 2 timeouts left, so I just used one, you know, our last one, right before they were getting ready to go, so that we could get everything set, and got lucky on it. It worked.
Last questions.